Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me and taking a look at my very first Clash of Clans strategy video. My name's John Riley. Most of you guys probably know me as everybody's favorite Clasher, Blue. I'm one of the co-leaders of the Excel clan, and today I just want to show a very basic but super important opening strategy for any attack in which you expect or would like to get 3 stars. So that means war. So this was something that was shown to me by our wonderful leader of the Excel clan, Will, as well as a fellow co-leader, Scorp, who were kind enough to point out my constant mistake in failing to lure out the clan troops. So just to get a handle on what we're talking about, we've got the clan castle here, the troops that are in your clan castle that folks donate to you. The white circle that you see there that's surrounding the clan castle, that's the range, which means that the troops that are in that clan castle, when they're defending your base, don't come out of the clan castle until an opponent's troop has stepped over that white line. So you have to get maybe, and sometimes you have to get 1 or 2 to step over that white line. And then the clan castle troops will come out of the base and they'll be looking for a fight. Okay. So we want to do that before we launch our main attack. We want to lure those troops out and kill them before they get in the way of our main attack. So first, here's an example of what not to do. So this is someone who attacked me, and I'm sure they're a very nice person. They're not a very good clasher, though. Look, they've already launched their main attack, and just notice that white line. I'm going to pause it for a second. They haven't yet stepped over it yet, right? Okay, so they're already like 100 troops in, right? Or maybe 50, we'll say. And they haven't even triggered it yet. So note, they have no idea what's about to come out of that clan castle. Any second now. Oh, and boom. There, they just stepped over the line. Line was there. They stepped over it. And that brought out a max level dragon and a max level giant, who my dear friend and co-leader Scorp had donated to me. Thank you so much, Scorp. Now, here's the thing. all these barbarians that they're dumping, they're not going to be able to do anything against the dragon because they can't shoot at flying units. So they can get killed and they have no way to defend themselves. All right, play. So they probably should have got that guy to come out before they decided which troops they were dropping. All right. The other thing about dragons is they do splash damage. That means that this whole wad of troops right now is just running into the flames, or all getting eaten alive. So this is the moment right here, right? Their troops are disintegrating, and eventually they will kill that dragon. But 75% of their army will be gone. Now that we know what not to do, we're going to take a look at the 2 attacks that I used in our clan's last war. I'm going to show you step by step how to lure out the clan troops, and we will also see if we can learn something from what I did wrong. Okay, so I've decided to attack this guy as my first attack in this war that we just finished up with. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when you scout the base is to locate their clan castle. It's right there. So once you've located the clan castle, double check to make sure that there are troops in it. See how it says 20 out of 20? That means it's full. Obviously, if it said 0 out of 20, we wouldn't have to lure out these clan troops because there wouldn't be any in the clan castle, obviously. The next thing you want to do is to see where that white line is. That's really the most important thing to figure out when you're scouting, because the goal when you're luring out these troops is to get a barbarian, a wall breaker, something to step over that white line into the clan castle's range, and that will draw out the clan castle troops. So we're going to have to find the easiest place to step over that white line. But this person has quite smartly put their clan castle in the middle of their base, which is an important defense tip. You should always do that too, especially for war. And as a result, most of that white line is inside actually the walls of his base. So I'm not going to be able to drop a troop anywhere around there to lure them out. I'd have to actually launch my full attack to get through those walls, which defeats the point here. But then even when the white line crosses outside of his base, he has thought this through and lined that white line with exterior buildings so that I can't simply spawn a troop already inside the clan castle's range. But I have decided that I'm going to attempt to lure out the troops here, because I've decided that's the easiest place to try and get get one of my troops to step over that white line. Although they, as you will see, the silly little barbarians AI makes it get easily distracted by these silly little barrackses. All right, so let's take a look at the first few moves of this first war attack. Alrighty, so I'm launching my first attack. Here, remember, the goal of my first few moves here is to get one of my troops to step over that white line, which we know is just past those two barracks there. So first I'm going to deploy a couple of barbarians. But of course, they get distracted by the dang barracks, dumb little AI robots. But there's one troop that we know won't get distracted by buildings and will run straight towards the base, and that is a wall breaker. So you can usually just deploy one wall breaker, and that did it. It pulled the troop out of the clan castle. He stepped over that line. But oh no, it's a max level dragon. You can tell he's a max level because of the fire in his eyes. Well, that's scary, but I'm glad we're dealing with it now. So now that we have lured that dragon out of the clan castle, our goal is to pull him off into the corner away from these defenses so that we can kill that dragon without without him having any backup in terms of his defensive buildings being there to kill off my troops. So we drop a barbarian over here. And you can use barbarians like a trail of breadcrumbs to lead the clan troops off into the corner. So there I pull out another one. All right, and that's good enough. He's pulled off sufficiently away from his defenses. Now we just need to drop a few troops to kill the dragon. So the only troops that can kill a dragon are troops that can fire at air units. So giants, for example, can only kill ground units. So they're not going to be helpful here. So the truth is, this clan troop, this dragon, is just stronger and more upgraded than my troops are. But the troops that I do have that can kill air units are wizards and other dragons, although my dragons are a lower level than this one. So that's what I'm going to drop. First, when I drop the wizards, here's one thing I did do right here, is that I spread out the wizards a little bit. Because remember, a dragon does splash damage, so if you put them all in one place, then none of them will survive. So I spread them out a little bit. They're not doing the trick, but I drop a couple of my own dragons, and boom, we're done. Okay, so now we, thank God, have at least killed off that max level dragon. One thing that I did wrong here, though, I will say, is that wizards, and my wizards were not fully upgraded, so they were not enough by themselves to kill that dragon. So the dragon did them in. Remember, the whole point is to prevent the clan castle troops from getting in our way. So the lesson here is only drop troops that can get the job done, because now a lot of my wizards have unfortunately perished. Got a poor 40 on the curb for my homeboy, Mr. Wizard. But I'm still glad that we dealt with it in the beginning. And now I'm not going to make you watch the rest of my replay, but the point here is then we can now launch our main attack, as you can see that I'm doing with these giants here. One more point that I'll make while we're watching this replay is which corner should you lure off the clan castle troop into? Well, it should be the corner that is in the same quadrant of this big plot of land here. It should be in the corner that is in the same quadrant that you plan to launch your main attack. So I planned to drop a bunch of giants here, launch my main attack on this side, and therefore I lured the troop off into this corner, so that now that we've killed off the clan castle troop, those dragons, they're not going to be wandering off by themselves. They are going to be close by and join up with the group. Alrighty, so now let's take a look at the first few opening moves of my second attack. Alrighty, so I chose to attack this base for my second attack. First thing we do is we scout, locate the clan castle. It is right there. Are there troops in the clan castle? 20 out of 20? Yes, there are. Okay, next, what do we look for? Where that white line falls. And again, it's in the clan castle's in the center of his base, and he's covered up that white line with exterior buildings, so I can't just spawn a troop inside the white line. I have decided that I want to drop troops here and try and get them to run past those gold mines and step over that white line. All right, now let's watch the actual attack. So again, I drop a couple of barbarians to see if they can make it. They get distracted by those exterior buildings, but the wall breaker does the trick once again. Now, those barbarians aren't a waste, because you'll notice that that cannon is not shooting at the wall breaker. He's shooting at those barbarians there. So those two barbarians are doing their job of distracting the defenses, while I pass a wall breaker just past that white line into the range of the clan castle, and he has made it, and that has pulled out 2 hog riders from the clan castle and now we want to lure those off into the corner. I'm going to launch my main attack over here, and so I want to launch to pull the clan castle troops into the same corner that I'm about to launch my main attack. How do we lure them off into the corner? Drop a barbarian, and that builder's hut will be a very nice little anchor to keep my barbarian there, so I can lure them off all the way into the corner. Now, we only want to deploy one troop here that is able to kill those hog riders easily and without getting damaged itself. Remember, hog riders can't kill air units, and so I'm dropping a dragon because, as you'll see, they just sit there and take it. Oh, and they can't even fight back. And boom, we're done. Okay, so now we've eliminated the clan castle troop threat, and we can launch our main attack. They're in that same quadrant that I had lured him off into the corner into. Now, here's where we see one mistake that I made that we can learn from. Not the end of the world, but this is a common mistake. As we continue on here, what the heck are those? Oh no, those are more hog riders. It looks like I didn't lure out all of the clan castle troops. Sometimes you have to get a couple of troops to step over that white line into the clan castle's range in order to lure out all of the troops. Not the end of the world. I still ended up getting 2 stars on this base, and it's lucky that I got rid of at least some of those clan castle troops. But lesson is, do the math. Have you lured out a full 20 housing space worth of troops, if that's how much the clan castle holds? If not, send in one more wall breaker to try and step over that white line again, or another barbarian to try and step over that white line, so you can get them all out and before you launch your main attack. No biggie, still end up winning this one. And I won't make you watch the rest of that replay. But the point is, make sure if you are planning to get 3 stars, and that means if you are in a war, your first move should be to lure out those clan castle troops and eliminate them before you launch your main attack. All right, I hope you guys learned something. If you didn't learn anything, great. That means you've been doing this all along. Keep up the good work. So signing off, this is Blue. Thanks so much for watching, especially if you're part of My Clan Excel, and I'll see you guys online.